Have you heard that I got a show? Emilyspeakslife TV. The place where you learn to be exceptionally stunning. We would cover topics like personal branding, personal growth and development, business, marketing, online marketing, 21st century marketing. This is not just where you come to learn how to sell, but this is where you come to learn how to serve people. Our topic today is on how to take up space as a woman. You know, in Africa, we have been taught as women to always play small. Today's episode, I want to talk to you about how to attract your dream clients. This is something that you want to watch every single week, and this is something you definitely want to be a part of. I look forward to seeing you at the show. Don't miss out. Hi there, this is Emily Wale-Koya. Welcome to the Emily Speaks Live Audio Experience Podcast, also known as the ESL Audio Experience Podcast. If you are a budding speaker or you are someone who wants to venture into the speaking world and you want to know exactly how you can do that, how you can start speaking, how you can actually build a business around speaking, okay, this is actually the episode to watch. So many people that I know, because I work a lot with experts, I work a lot with expertpreneurs, I work a lot with people who are soul-centered, right? They are purpose-driven. They really want to speak and impact the world. And speaking is something that a lot of us should do. I don't want to say we almost do, but a lot of us should do it. Even if you have no business around, you have no business speaking, speaking is something that you should do, because speaking actually puts you in front of newer audiences every single time, and they get to know your brand, they get to become aware that you exist, and they can get to do business with you. So even if you're speaking to a crowd of 10, or a room filled with 10 people or 20 people or a crowd of 1,000 or more, it doesn't matter. Speaking is speaking, right? Good. So speaking, like I said, is something that we all should endeavor, we all should yearn to do. Whether you want to speak for profit or you just want to speak to build your brand, or you want to just speak and just teach and just follow your passion or your heart, then speaking is something that you must do. I've said that like 3 or 4 times. So good. Now, how do you get speaking, or how do you start speaking? How do you start building your personal brand as a speaker? Now, I've been able to build mine, and building my personal brand as a speaker has actually helped me to speak not just in my country. Of course, I'm from Nigeria. It's helped me to speak not just in my country, but it's helped me to speak across Africa. So I've spoken in different African countries, not just in Nigeria. And so today, what I want to do is to share with you some of my tips and my tricks, right? Strategies that I was able to put together to start speaking. Now, one thing you must learn with me is that I don't really take things that I see on the internet and run with them. I hardly even surf the internet for information like this. I always want to share my experience, because I have a lot of experience to share. I'm someone who has gone from overlooked, from nobody knew me, from I'm not even supposed to be doing what I'm doing right now, to I'm doing what I'm doing right now, and the world is paying attention to me. When I share my tips and tricks with you, they are like inborn. They are like from my esophagus. They are like from my belly, like from my stomach, from my heart to you and to your heart. So I hope you're going to take them seriously. So tips and tricks and strategies that I've used. But before I share those with you, the first thing you need to understand as someone who wants to start building their personal brand as a speaker, and remember I said speaking is something that we almost do. You need to start speaking. Even if you bake cake, you need to look for events that are cake related, industry related, and start speaking. Go speak, go offer your services. But you need to look for how you can do pro bono, right? A lot of speaking for free gigs, okay? So that you can open up your brand to a new audience every time. Okay, so if you're going to start speaking, and when you want to start speaking, if you are just starting out to speak, the first thing that you want to pay attention here to is to zone into your area of expertise. Okay, clarify what area you want to be known as a speaker, what area you want to start speaking in. Okay, so you don't want to just go out there and start speaking about everything. If you want to become known as a personal brand, and of course you need to understand that being known as a personal brand means you are being known as an authority in something. You are being known as an expert in something. If you're building a personal brand, you're actually building it means you are gradually and every day positioning yourself as an expert at something. So that means you have to go at this expert thingy that you are building every single day, so that eventually you can become a master. So you want to zone into your area of expertise. What do you want to speak about? So what area do you want to start to speak around or speak in? Okay, so if you are somebody who wants to start talking about politics or speaking, in that, you want to speak in that, around that, then you have to zone into that and begin to speak around that. If you're somebody who wants to start speaking about personal branding and personal development, that's what I do, and business, then you want to zone into that. And then if you're somebody who wants to speak about weight loss, then you want to zone into that. The idea is that when you start speaking about a particular thing, you are going to be seen as an expert. And trust me, an expert is more paid and more valued than somebody who is a generalist. A general doctor is a doctor that does every kind of medical thing, right? So, and a general doctor could have spent 10 years being a doctor, but he's never operated on the heart. He's never ever helped somebody who has a heart issue, right? But a cardiologist, on the other hand, he could have 10 years or even 5 years, but all he's been doing for that 5 years is to work on heart, operate on heart, attend to heart patients or patients that have heart issues, So if I go give my heart to a general doctor who has 10 years, he could mess up my heart big time, and I don't want that to happen, right? And so I'm going to go to a specialist. I'm going to go to the cardiologist, and the cardiologist, of course, they charge more because he's a master at it. He knows that if you go to a general doctor, you could get messed up or your heart could get messed up. He knows he's going to deliver because he's been doing this for a while. He's a master. So you also want to use the same analogy for your own business as a speaker, as someone who is building a personal branding business around speaking. Okay, you want to have an area of focus. You want to have an area of expertise. So if you want to be known as a motivational speaker, then you want to have an area of focus, even as a motivational speaker. Are you going to be talking about business? Are you going to be speaking about personal development and growth? Are you going to be speaking around finance? You could be a motivational speaker around those things. Now, when it comes to the tips and the tricks, right, this is one that really worked for me. When I started out speaking, I had no idea what to do. I think I tried to research on Google. I tried to check out what Brian Tracy is saying about speaking, and I didn't really find any of the things that worked for me until I actually just started speaking. So, but this is something that I know I have used, or my clients have used, that I've helped them with. So when you want to start speaking and nobody knows you in the industry, or nobody knows you online, nobody knows you anywhere, right? The first thing you want to do is to start to actually be seen as a speaker. So for you to be seen as a speaker, it means you have to start speaking, and for you to start speaking, it means you have to put up your own event. This is something that I did. Okay, I didn't wait for anybody to give me a stage. I didn't wait for anybody to give me a microphone. I actually got a microphone. I actually got a stage by getting my own event, printing flyers, putting my face on it. My very first event, this was how it happened. And subsequently, I followed that same pattern and strategy to put myself out there as a speaker that people needed to pay attention to. So this is the trick, this is the tip, if this is all that I give you in this video, I think it is good enough. I don't think, I'm so certain that it is good enough. So if you want to start speaking, and whether you are a real professional speaker, you speak for profit, right? Or you are someone who wants to speak to help build your personal brand and elevate your business in the process, you want to speak at an industry event or at industry event, right? This is something you can do. Don't wait for them to invite you, okay, because they probably don't know you and they don't know if you can speak. Nothing. You have to first of all put yourself out there so that they can see you as a speaker. Oh, she speaks. Oh, really? Oh, he speaks. Oh, really? Let's invite her. Let's invite him. And you can start speaking. When I started speaking, I wasn't using Instagram, so there was no putting pictures on Instagram or videos on Instagram. There was nothing like that. I was using a lot of Facebook. Okay, so but today you can actually even start speaking on IGTV or IG Live. You can speak. You can go live, and then people can see you speak. And before you know, they tell you, oh, I have an event in church. You're going to come speak to my women. Oh, I have an event in my office. Or can you come speak to my staff of 10 or to my staff of 5? And that's how speaking happens. So basically what I'm saying, bottom line, is that you have to be seen speaking. You have to be seen doing the thing that you want the world to see you as an expert in. Okay, so for example, I'm speaking, I'm shooting these videos. I want the world to see that I can speak, and I can actually speak to your church people, and I can actually speak to your staff, and I can actually speak to your, whoever. And so if you're watching the video, you're going to go, oh, wow, I think I need her to speak at my company. Oh, I think I need her to teach us email marketing. Oh, I think I need her to teach us how to speak or how to get into public speaking. So this is part of it. This is me speaking. If I have the speaking brilliance all in me, maybe I was even born with it, which I don't think I was, right? Yeah, because I used to be very shy and timid, right? Yeah. So, but even if I had all of it in me, nobody's going to know that I can speak, because nobody's seeing me speak. Nobody's seeing anything about me speak anywhere. So they're not going to just assume. I don't want it based on assumption. I want them to know that I can speak. I can deliver great speeches that can move the audience. Okay, I can. So for me to do that, I have to show working all by myself. All by myself. I have to position me as the go-to person who can move your audience with her words. And of course, if you can tell from my name, Emily Speaks Life, that speaking is my thing. It's something that I want to do forever. It's the one thing that I know I want to do even when I'm dying, even when I'm on my bed. Just give me a microphone, give me an audience, give me a stage, and I'm going to deliver the job. Right? So I know what I'm talking about. So for you, if you want to start to build your personal brand as a speaker, the first thing that I said you should do is to zone into your area of expertise. What area do you want to venture into? What area? So that's going to come from, of course, your expertise is something that you know how to do well. It's a skill that you have mastered over time, or that you have been using over time. It's a gift that you have been using over time. So you know how to deliver in that area. Okay, so that's the first thing you want to do. The second thing you want to do is actually to start speaking. Start doing the thing that you want them to see you as or doing, which is you speaking. Okay, so put up your own event. Don't wait for them to invite you to their own event. They don't know you, and even if they know you, they may not invite you. So for you to get them to invite you, then you have to start speaking. Okay, and this is what I did. Clearly, this is what I did. And then the third thing that you want to do basically is to start to build your professional brand as a speaker. So what that means is, if you want to build a business around this, then you have to put packages together. You have to have a speaking packet. Okay, you need to have a speaking packet. So basically, you need to know how much you're going to charge people. Even before somebody tells you that they will pay you, arrange yourself. You know what I said? Before they tell you that they will pay you money, they will not tell you until you tell them. I'm telling you, people, a lot of people are going to want to use you, especially when they know you're just coming up. Right? A lot of people, trust me, and I'm not going to mention the type of people or the type of organizations, okay? Because they've done me plenty of things. Okay, but you need to see the vision of where you are going. I said that in one of the videos, so you might want to check it out. You need to have a vision of where you are going. So see yourself, oh, this is what I want to charge, and this is what I would take. So have a speaking packet. I will speak for 1 hour, and this is what I'm going to charge. I will speak for 3 hours, and this is what I'm going to charge. And these are the areas that I can speak in. So for me, I speak around personal branding, personal development, online business or online marketing. Those are like my 3 core areas. Okay, and I do a lot of motivation, a lot of motivation. Okay, so you want also outline the areas that you speak in, or you know how to teach people how to build online or create online courses. You know how to teach people how to build Facebook communities. You know how to teach people how to do blah blah blah, lose weight. You want to just outline them so that you can have a speaking packet. You can actually have a speaking packet by going to Google, using a Google form, and putting your stuff together. Okay, where you ask certain questions. You know, who am I speaking to? What's the size of your audience? What's your organization? Do you have a budget for me to speak? These are some of the things that I have. I'm not specifically saying this is what I want to get paid, but I know. Okay, so but that's the form officially that helps me to know if you want to pay me and if your event is worth attending. And then if you are just starting out speaking, you're not going to want to be like the people that have already been established as speakers. Okay, you may want to just go to events where there are 10 people, there are 20 people. It doesn't matter. You are just starting out. Those people, you don't know what they're going to do. There might be somebody in there that's going to say, oh, come speak here and I'm going to pay you. So don't ignore such events. Okay, don't ignore such events. And then there's also a secret to speaking that I'll just quickly drop by before I leave. When you get invited to speak, you want to check the quality of the audience, even when the invitee is not paying you. If the invitees say we're not paying, we don't have money, then you need to find a way to profit. And profiting doesn't just mean money. Profiting is every other thing. Your time, influence, everything. So if the event is a tight event, right, like there's some people there that you know that you may need for your business, you need them to hear you, you need the audience to hear you, then you may just appear and speak and deliver and not be bothered about payment. Okay, I'm telling you, that's what you need to do. If they are not paying you, if they are paying you on the other hand, then great, you have nothing to lose. Okay, you go out there and you deliver. All right, so with these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to bless you. Not convince you or confuse you. I've been able to bless you, and you actually going to start building your speaker business. Like I said, you don't have to want to do speaking like I'm doing speaking big time, okay? You may want to just use it to create brand awareness for your business, because every time you get an invitation to speak at an event, you are getting an invitation to stand before a new audience, and you never know. You never know. Speaking is it's not just a secret for me, it's a strategy. When I get invited to speak, I'm excited. When I get invited to speak in South Africa, I'm like, oh my God, good. I'm going to be in front of South Africans or new audience. At the end of the day, I know somebody or some people in that audience will eventually come and pay me. And when South Africans are paying, they pay in USD. They don't pay in Naira. They don't pay in Naira. They pay in USD, because USD dollars is what's generally accepted in the world. You know, it's one of the currencies that are accepted in the world, the few currencies. So take the speaking aspect of your personal brand. There's no personal branding business if you are actually not speaking. Speaking is part of personal branding, because for you to be building a personal brand, it means you are actually positioning yourself as an expert. As an expert, you must speak. You must be seen. You must be heard. How do you get heard? You have to talk. How do you get seen? You have to put out videos or go to events. That's how it works. And then you get paid. So those three things, don't forget: seen, heard, paid. That's the way it flows. That's the way it works. So take your speaking, the speaking aspect of what you do seriously. You don't have to wait for anybody to give you a microphone. Take a mic all by yourself, and put yourself out there. See, I got a mic here, because it's enjoyable. I love it. I want people to see that this is not just one of those YouTubers in Nigeria. This one actually has her ground covered. So you can go do the same thing, okay? Put yourself together, put your act together, and actually start serving people, start speaking, start showing up at events, apply to speak. And sometimes don't wait to apply to speak. Get out there. In fact, right now, create your first event. Get a date out. Get a venue. If you can't get a physical venue because of COVID-19, put it on Instagram. This is your opportunity. Use Instagram Live as a testing ground. Don't wait for anybody. Use it as a testing ground. Get guest speakers. They will do it for you for free. Nobody charges anybody to appear on the Instagram Live yet. I don't know anybody that does that. So do not forget to subscribe to this podcast, okay? Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to like as well. All right, till I come your way again next time. My name is Emily Wale-Koya, and this is the place where we help you build a business, a brand, and a life that is exceptionally stunning and beautiful. Thank you so much. Bye.